Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel, to my bathroom. That's right, it is skincare routine time. I get so many questions about how to balance actives in your skincare routine. And I'm really talking about actives that are a bit more aggressive on the skin, things like vitamin C, retinoids, AHAs, BHAs, tretinoin, azelaic acid, right? How do you use all the things from routine to routine, from week to week? How do you fit it all in without overwhelming and irritating your skin? So that's what today's video is about. I want to show you through my nighttime routine. I want to show you the ways that I incorporate my chosen actives, not just into night's routine, but actually throughout the week, how I balance everything out, how I build up the rest of my skincare routine to support the usage of those actives from day to day and week to week. So if you've ever had any questions about how do you do it, this is how I'm doing it, and hopefully there's some helpful hints and tips for your routines along the way. If you're so ready, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. So my first tip for balancing all the actives in your skincare routine is to not use all the actives in your skincare routine. It's so easy to get FOMO. There's so many amazing ingredients out there: AHAs, BHAs, retinols, vitamin C's, azelaic acid, tranexamic acid, right? You name it, benzoyl peroxide. There's so many things out there that can give amazing results to the skin, but that doesn't mean that they are going to be appropriate for you or that they're going to give amazing results for your skin. So first and foremost, please resist the FOMO, okay? My second tip for balancing all the actives is really find those actives and really focus and narrow in on the ones that are going to help you achieve your skincare goals. Have you identified your skincare goals yet? Have you been very clear with yourself about what you want to work on in your skin? So for me, currently, where I stand right now in my skincare journey, what I want to work on is I want to work on some congestion. I also do get hyperpigmentation whenever there's an inflammatory event on my skin. So I do want to work on hyperpigmentation. And then long term, I do have well-aging goals, as I said, so preventing those fine lines and wrinkles and really doing that through collagen stimulation. So for my congestion, azelaic acid, this is an ingredient that I've been using for at least 8 years, if not longer. It's been a really long time. I've consistently had this active in my skincare routine. This really helps to decongest the pores, to help resist the formation of clogs, but it's also anti-inflammatory. It reduces redness. It's also a brightening ingredient. It's antibacterial. So it's covering a lot of those concerns that I have with congestion, texture, breakouts, but also with some of the hyperpigmentation. Now, for a little bit more of a targeted brightening treatment, I have been working in AHA, so glycolic acid and lactic acid. This mask also contains some tranexamic acid in it as well. So this is kind of a potent multi-layered active that I've been working into my routine. That's another tip for you. Azelaic acid had multiple benefits that really addresses what I need, but compound products, right, that use more than one active in one product can be incredibly beneficial, but it can also streamline and make things a lot easier when you're just working in one product with multiple ingredients instead of lots of different products, like 3 separate products, right? And then I'm also incorporating retinoids. So I did actually stop using tretinoin. This is just an experiment that I'm going through right now. No particular, reason with my skin necessarily, but it actually opens up a lot of possibilities for me as somebody who uses and tests a lot of skincare. So I have actually downgraded, if you will, or changed to an over-the-counter retinoid product. This is a retinaldehyde, or Retinal, spelled with an A, right? A retinaldehyde product that I have been incorporating to address the collagen stimulation, the well-aging goals, as I said, but retinaldehyde and all retinoids really do also contribute to brightening the skin, and they also do contribute to skin cell turnover, which can be beneficial for the congestion and clogged pores. So I'm really just kind of streamlining it, really picking and targeting those actives and lining those lines up with my goals. And that's really how you balance it all without having to use it all. So let's get started with a cleanse. One of my tips for you is to not overdo it with your cleansers. Don't use unnecessarily harsh cleansers that leave your skin feeling tight and squeaky. And, don't feel that you have to double cleanse every single day or at all even. It's not necessarily a method that works for everybody. I do personally enjoy double cleansing for removing makeup. However, tonight I'm wearing very light sunscreen. I'm just wearing concealer and brow makeup, right? I don't have anything on my eyes, no mascara, eyeliner, nothing that is really difficult to remove. So I'm actually going to be skipping out on my oil cleanser tonight just to skip out on one additional cleansing product, which can sometimes cause some irritation on the skin. So tonight I'm just going in with a gentle cleanser. This is the Soft Wash from Dr. Idriss. Now, don't think that I'm going to be using all of those actives tonight. I do actually stagger these in my skincare routine throughout the week, and that is what today's video is going to be showing you. So as I'm cleansing right now, there's going to be a box that pops up here on the screen that shows you my morning routine, because I really want to emphasize to you how important it is to create a foundational skincare routine. These are the products that don't necessarily contain those aggressive active ingredients that we're talking about tonight, right? But they are the foundational products that you're going to use morning and nighttime consistently to help support your use of actives. These are, products that help to hydrate, moisturize, balance, and strengthen the skin, that support healthy skin and a strong moisture barrier, which are really important. And it is incredibly important that you stay fairly consistent. You don't want to be switching in and out on all of your serums and toners and moisturizers. You really do want to stay consistent with your products. And so that's what I want to show you today, how my routine, there's little tweaks here and there in my foundational products and how I am, like I said, cycling through the actives throughout the week. But generally, you're going to see the foundation of my routine stays the same. This is the Numbuin #1 Pure Full Herb Calming Toner. And I always start off my routines with a hydrating toner. That's exactly what this is. There's no exfoliants in here. There's some calming extracts like Heartleaf, licorice, and Centella. But it's a very hydrating, very light, quickly absorbed formula. And this really brings a lot of balance to my skin. I do have combination skin. It is prone to dehydration. And so a toner actually, like I said, brings a lot of balance, a lot of hydration. And even though, I do opt for a very gentle cleansing method, after you wash your face, you don't have any skincare on, sometimes you can feel a little bit of dryness. And that is the feeling of dehydration. So you might benefit from adding something really hydrating right at the beginning of your routine, toners, essence, serum, whatever it may be, but really balance out that little bit of tight feeling in your skin. That's your skin asking for a little bit of hydration. And when it lacks hydration, it definitely does not want to accept actives quite as well. So this is what works for me. I do about 2 layers of this, and it really makes my skin feel so much more balanced, so much more hydrated. And as you can see, this is exactly what I'm doing in my morning routine as well. This is the Dr. Ceuracle Vegan Kombucha Tea Essence. Now, not everybody needs a toner and an essence, but this is something that really works nicely for me. Again, combination skin. So this essence, as you can see, is a bit creamy. And so it adds a little bit of moisture into my skin. So definitely balancing out that slightly oily T-zone with that lightweight hydration. And now we're going in for a little bit of moisture for the areas, especially like around my chin, that can feel a little bit more dry. So this essence is 2 layers. As you can see, there's that like watery hydrating layer and then that creamy portion. It's really fun to mix them together. And it just makes my skin feel so good. Now in the morning, sorry, I'm just rinsing my hands because sometimes skincare can build up and it doesn't feel so great. In the morning, I'm actually opting for a slightly more watery type of essence product from Dr. Jart. This is the Hydro Plump treatment essence. And the reason that I do that is it's currently summertime. It's quite hot and humid. And while I love the Dr. Ceuracle, my skin is feeling pretty good. I don't need that much moisture in my morning routine. So I do swap that one out in the AM for something a little bit lighter. Let's quickly talk serum. In the morning time, again, I'm opting for a really nice, lightweight, hydrating texture. This is the Purito Wonder Relief Centella Serum, the unscented version. This does contain Centella in it, which is great for reducing inflammation. So I do have some pimples that can be a little bit red and a little bit inflamed, but Centella is very soothing to the skin. It's very gentle. It's a great antioxidant, and you can see this is a really beautiful hydrating gel texture. So it feels really great in the morning time and does help to contribute to my skincare goals without overwhelming my skin with aggressive actives. So as I mentioned, I'm not using all 3 of my chosen actives in one routine. That would be a disaster. I definitely do suggest that you focus in on one aggressive, potent active per routine. So for tonight, I'm going to be using my retinol product, or my retinaldehyde product. This is Peach and Lily Retinal for All Renewing Serum. It uses 0.1% of retinaldehyde. There's also, as I mentioned, ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids. There's some ectoin in here. It really is designed to keep your barrier strong as you're using this product, so that the retinaldehyde isn't too aggressive on the skin. Now, last night, I did the exact same routine, except for I used my Dermatica Azelaic Acid 15% Clarifying Serum. So as the name suggests, 15% of azelaic acid in here. And this is what I use to help decongest my pores and help with the breakouts and anything like that that's happening on my skin. So that was last night. Then I did my morning routine, as you're seeing, and then tonight I'm going to be using the retinaldehyde. Tomorrow I will be using the Major Fade Flash Mask from Dr. Idriss, and as I mentioned, this is compound. There is glycolic, lactic, and tranexamic acid in here. Glycolic and lactic being AHAs, so they chemically exfoliate the top surface of the skin to remove dead skin cells, to create a smoother, brighter look to the skin that helps with texture. It just kind of renews your skin. And the tranexamic acid in here is not an exfoliating acid. It actually is a brightening ingredient. So that is helping to target the hyperpigmentation, the dark marks that I have on my skin. And that is my cycle of 3. So it'll be azelaic acid one night, retinaldehyde the second night, AHA the third night, and the fourth night I take off. I don't use any actives, and then I'll start the cycle again. And so I think it's really important to build in a rest day or multiple rest days, depending on how your skin is feeling. And this is something that will come with a little bit of experimentation. Please be brave and know that your skin is going to be different than my skin. These are general tips, philosophies for you to take on to help guide your experimentation process. So this Peach and Lily retinaldehyde has a cream consistency, but you definitely don't want to over apply this. So I do like to work in sections with a small amount of product and really spread it out across my skin, and to really help make sure that I don't over apply it. And that's going to be another tip for you when it comes to using actives. Do not overload your skin with too much product. So really just start with the smallest little squeeze, that you can, and then work in sections around your face. And that will kind of give you a general idea of how much you need to create a thin, even layer on your skin without like blasting it. Because if you put too much on, you will likely cause some irritation. There's not, there's guidelines like maybe like a dime size amount or a pea size amount. But everybody's face is different. The amount of skin and like surface area that we have is different. So my advice is really just start with a real small squirt and be very restrained and put it on and see how far it actually does spread, or see how far you can make it go, and then add more if you need to. Don't feel bad about that, but that's going to help you like pull back from putting on too much. So this is Stratia Lipid Gold, and I'm also using 3 drops of the ordinary chia seed oil. This is something that I do in every single skincare routine that I show on YouTube pretty much. This is something I use every single night to keep my moisture barrier strong, and have been doing since 2018. It's been a long time. This is not a step that I'm necessarily saying everybody needs to do. I'm not saying everybody needs to use an additional, this is basically like a serum lotion hybrid. I'm not saying you need to use a product like this in order to use actives. I'm just showing you what works for me. And I can't emphasize enough, what works for me may not work for you. However, I call this step, this duo of products, my barrier care step. Stratia Lipid Gold is ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids. There's also actually a hidden active in this product, which is 4% of niacinamide. For me personally, niacinamide is not a stimulating or aggressive active ingredient, so I'm able to use this every single day without any issues, and I'm able to use it alongside of other potent actives. What may be true for me may not be true for you. Listen to your skin. However, this helps keep my moisture barrier strong so that I can use all these actives without breaking my skin barrier, because I have used lots of actives in the past and broken my skin barrier, and this was actually a product that helped me heal. I do mix in a few drops of facial oil because I found for my particular skin, oil really helps. Strangely, oil helps with my oil production. It helps with my clogged pores, but it also helps with my moisture barrier, and it gives that really beautiful moist glowiness to my skin. So I'll do a couple of drops of that at night. Cut to morning footage, because I bet you have a question about this, right? In the summer, I'll probably skip out on Lipid Gold most mornings. I'll use a couple drops of my facial oil mixed into my moisturizer. And that is absolutely fine for me in the morning. During the colder months, I will slot Stratia back in, but it's just so warm right now. I don't need all this moisture on my skin. And so feel free to take things out, put things in, even feel free to, with products like this, oil, creams, those are absolutely safe types of products that you can mix together to create a really nice rich layer, but that's actually a little bit lighter than if you were to layer them on top of each other. And then I'm simply finishing off with my moisturizer tonight, and that's going to be my routine. Of course, if you wanted to do something like slugging or like a sleeping mask, absolutely you could do so. For me, this is just what's been working to keep my skin really nice and balanced. And it's a pretty, I mean, yes, it's a lot of products. Yes, this is just what I like and what I do. But it's a pretty straightforward type of routine where in addition to the retinaldehyde, all the products that I've used have worked to balance out my particular skin type, which is combination. So some hydration, some moisture, and then also working to really strengthen up my skin barrier, because I know that in the long run, that is what helps me to tolerate multiple actives throughout the week. So just to recap some of my tips for balancing actives: create a foundational skincare routine that not only supports your skin type, so it might look different from mine, it will most likely look different from mine, right? But make sure that you're balancing out your skin type, but also making sure you're building in those ingredients that helps to keep your moisture barrier strong. And then also remember that you probably should not be using multiple aggressive actives in the same routine. You see how last night I used azelaic acid, this night I used retinaldehyde, and tomorrow I'm going to be using my AHA mask. I am not using them on the same day or in the same routine. And I'm also highly encouraging you to build at least one day off. You may even want to build a day off in between each use of actives. It really is dependent on your skin's tolerance level, but I do think it is important to not always be blasting our skin with actives, knowing that that consistency is so much more important than the frequency, and that oftentimes our skincare goals, even though social media content kind of claims otherwise, our goals are usually long-term goals. We have to be consistent and patient and wait weeks to months to years to see those results. So don't feel that like by blasting your skin, you're going faster or you're accelerating your benefits. You are probably inching yourself towards a broken moisture barrier, and that's really going to set you back. So I hope you enjoyed some of these tips. I hope that there was some helpful things in here that gave you some aha moments for balancing your actives in your individual routines. If the video was helpful, first and foremost, give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. And if you haven't hit subscribe, please come join our community, especially if you want to see some more skincare content from me. I do lots of full-length videos, shorts. I'm very active here on YouTube. And let me know, what actives are you using in your skincare routine right now? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for being here with me tonight. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.